Hello, celestial beings. It's me, Mel, aka Pocket Mystic, and I am on a mission to make mysticism more accessible and supportive through tarot readings, astrological updates, and guided meditations that fit seamlessly into your schedule. And sorry for my absence. I got locked out of my account for some reason that I was able to resolve when Mercury went into retrograde. Go figure. Anyways, I'll be back to our regular monthly updates starting in December. But today we're going to be talking about the new moon in Scorpio. And spoiler alert, this is a great new moon for a soul detox. If you're familiar with working with moon cycles or you've listened to enough of these, then you know that the new moon is when we're planting our intentions. It's when the moon has emptied out and is preparing to grow or wane again, and that's what makes it such a fertile time for planting. But this new moon in Scorpio is going to be all about our subconscious, our depths, and examining them without fear. Scorpio has a reputation for being intense, and it is. But that's because Scorpio is ruled by Mars in traditional astrology and Pluto in modern astrology. So Mars, the planet of action, movement, and Pluto, the planet of hidden power, transformation, the underworld, cycles of death and rebirth as rulers. Of course, Scorpio is intense. Scorpio is the sign of transformation, death and rebirth, excavation, emotional truth, intimacy, mysticism and the occult, power and the shadow. And so with that, let's descend. I'm going to be giving more background onto this new moon in Scorpio and some of the other astrology going on around it. And then I will have a tarot card to help support you during this time to figure out how you want to work with this energy. Now, the new moon in Scorpio is not just another lunar reset, okay? This one is a deep water initiation. It is the kind of moon that pulls you into your inner world so that you can retrieve the treasures you've abandoned there long ago. If you've been feeling things intensely, like old wounds resurfacing, things you thought you dealt with before that were dead and buried but are now come back to life, intuitive hits that feel almost psychic, or a craving to go inward and shed something heavy, then you're right on schedule. And the sun is in Scorpio, so you've already been feeling this energy now for a while. But this lunation is a soul detox. It is a psychic purge and a powerful moment to reset your emotional and energetic boundaries. And what better time than right before you're probably going to be around a bunch of family, right? So this new moon is asking us, what are you ready to transmute rather than avoid? What part of you is dying so that the next evolution can rise? And again, I'll have a tarot spread to help prompt you on this at the end, but let's talk about some of the surrounding energies of this new moon. So with Mars being the traditional ruler of Scorpio, it's really kind of co-conspirating with the moon right now to support you during this time. It's almost like setting the energetic tone, and it's going to amplify whatever Scorpio wants to transform during this time. Your emotions will probably be running hot, as well as the emotions of those around you. Your instincts will sharpen. Truth might become confrontational instead of subtle. And we might feel pulled to act and not just feel. So yes, we're going to talk about intention setting, but part of this might be acting on the things you know that you have needed to do for a while. And it's going to give you the energy, that little boost that you need to do it. It's kind of acting like a scalpel, helping you to be precise. It creates urgency and clarity. It's not necessarily dramatic, but it is decisive, okay? And then we have Uranus. So Uranus, sort of 7-year cycle, the planet of rebellion, revolution, also your nervous system. moved into Gemini, but it's been retrograding and it's retrograded itself all the way back to Taurus. So while that might feel, sort of grounding for your nervous system, it is making a tight opposition to the sun and the moon. And, this is like a planet of lightning, breakthroughs, awakenings, liberation. And that means with this opposition that something unexpected might arise, okay? Something you did not see coming. So, like I was saying before, there are probably a lot of things you've already been feeling, already know need to change, and haven't been ready. But with Uranus opposing the sun and the moon, get ready for a plot twist, okay? And I've been working with this new deck called the Celestial Oracle and just pulling a card every day. And Uranus keeps coming up. It is big, it is loud right now. And also with Uranus, I've been getting the change card quite a bit. So I just think something is coming that feels like a total plot twist. So, Mars is like the scalpel here, and Uranus is like the lightning bolt that hits the old tower so it finally crumbles. And if you're familiar with the Tower card in tarot, then you know that that card, while it looks scary, is ultimately about resetting something that was imbalanced before, okay? You've got this square tower, you've got this round crown. Things do not fit. Things are not in balance. And so while it might feel chaotic, it's ultimately about that rebalancing and realigning to what is true. So Uranus is going to add this disruption during this new moon that can create a breakthrough. It's like the moon is saying both you already know and trust what's rising. Okay, there are things you already know that need to change, and maybe things that you need this like jolt of lightning to finally see with true clarity. So some of the things that are going to be coming up are going to be shadow integration, really working with those old patterns, fears, or past versions of you that you can reintegrate into you. Of course, emotional honesty. Scorpio demands the real truth, but that's better for everyone in the end, right? We're going to be having some soul contracts and karmic release coming up. You may feel a chapter is closing, possibly quietly, possibly explosively. A great opportunity for intimacy upgrades. People who can meet you in your depth get to stay, and everything shallow dissolves. And then there's going to be a lot of psychic sensitivity. And again, the sun's already been in Scorpio. The veil is already thin, so you might already be feeling this. But dreams, signs, synchronicities, deja vu, they are going to be louder right now. And it's a really great time, one, to start looking for signs if you don't already do that. Start seeing, where your guides are speaking to you. And then also, of course, your dreams. And I love to keep a journal next to my bed just so that as soon as I wake up in the morning, I can write my dream down so I don't forget them. But your dreams are going to be speaking to you right now, if they're not already. Okay, so let's summarize all of that. And then let's get into our tarot spread. So again, what this new moon is trying to reveal, it is saying to you, stop abandoning your power. Stop negotiating your boundaries. Do not make yourself small so other people are comfortable. Do not do that to yourself. Stop living in rooms you've outgrown. Stop carrying emotions that aren't yours. Sometimes we are so afraid to let go of things that we know no longer fit us or serve us because we don't know what else to step into. But you don't need to be afraid. You have everything you need inside of you. And the more you get to your own internal alignment, the more things that are aligned with you can find you. So instead, let the old identity fall off you. Whatever stories you've been saying about yourself that just are not true anymore, let them go. Rewrite them. Choose the deeper, truer desire. Allow this rebirth. Step into the uncertainty, the unknown, feeling confident in who you are and what you've already done. And remember, you're intuition is very strong right now, okay? So listen to it and let it lead you. This is a resurrection moon, a moon of reclamation. And with that, let's get into a collective tarot spread to support you during this time. Okay, so of course it's a great practice to pull this for yourself, but I'll be doing a collective reading for us. But card 1 will be what part of me is ready to die. Card 2, what is being reborn. Card 3, what truth is rising. Card 4, what power am I meant to reclaim? And then card 5, a message from the underworld, from your guides. And with that, let me pull the cards. Okay, so as I was shuffling the cards, my guides were speaking to me, and they were like, Mel, listen to yourself. You know what needs to die in this season. Are you ready to do it? So I'm obviously right there with you guys. But anyway, let's get to this spread. So card 1, what part of me is ready to die? We have the Nine of Pentacles, which is really fascinating because the Nine of Pentacles is like a gorgeous, empowered card. But in this position of what must die, it's speaking to the version of us that believes we must do everything alone. The hyper-independent, self-contained, self-reliant woman or man who overfunctions, who doesn't ask for help, who keeps everyone at arm's length, who holds it all together, who stays in control by being solo, who performs competence even when you are exhausted, okay? This is the I'll handle it myself archetype dying. It needs to die. The Nine of Pentacles version of you is elegant, strong, impressive, but it's also isolated. Scorpio says you no longer need to go it alone. This identity is shedding. You're moving into deeper structure, authority, partnership, and shared power. And that is why we have for card 2, what is being reborn? The Emperor. Okay, this is a rebirth into sovereignty, discipline, structure, and unapologetic leadership. It means we're stepping into clearer boundaries, systems that support us, authority over our time and our energy, executive presence, decisive action, kind of like being the CEO of your own destiny, okay? The Emperor is our new spine, straight, strong, and movable. It's about reclaiming command of our lives instead of surviving through self-sufficiency and people-pleasing. So what truth is rising? We have the Queen of Swords, and I'm actually going to be embodying the Tarot Queen of Swords very soon because I think it's a great card to work on embodying, especially as you're, coming into this time of a lot of family because, she has really, really strong emotional boundaries. But anyways, and what truth is rising here? It's clarity, okay? It's brutal, clean clarity like we were talking about with Mars. It's like this scalpel, okay? The Queen of Swords cuts through emotional fog, through self-doubt, through people-pleasing, through old stories, illusions, wishful thinking. She sees what is, not what she hopes it could be. And this is the truth. You know exactly what needs to change. I know exactly what needs to change, okay? I've known for a while and you've known for a while. The moon is simply removing our tolerance for avoiding it. Right now, it feels comfortable to sit with the discomfort because we're afraid of what comes after. But this moon is going to come in and say, no, 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 not anymore. It's time to let it go. It's precision and discernment, and it's going to allow your mind to get behind it. Because the thing is, our minds are designed to keep us alive. And a lot of the times, the reason we repeat patterns is because your brain says, we did it yesterday and we're still alive, so let's do it again. But with this new moon, your mind's going to get behind the change. And then card 4, what power am I meant to reclaim? We have the Four of Cups. And this one is just so emotionally honest because the Four of Cups says your power lies in not settling, not saying yes to the wrong thing out of fear, not filling the void with what's available instead of what's aligned. Ooh, I know that doesn't always go down the smoothest, but this is the power of emotional boundaries, of conscious refusal, of pausing instead of rushing, of saying, I need and I deserve something deeper, rejecting misaligned opportunities because you believe in what is aligned for you being what's meant for you, and honoring your true desire instead of the safe option. Your power is your discernment in desire. This is the reclamation of your right to want more and not apologize for it. I'm holding your hand as I say that, and I'm holding my own hand. Okay. And then a message from the underworld or guides. We got the star, and I just love this card so much always, but here it is such a blessing. It is such a soft, luminous promise after all of this Scorpio excavation and this, like, oof, the underworld is saying you are being guided back to your destiny, your true north, your healed timeline. You're not lost. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're in a sacred recalibration. It is so easy for us to get distracted. It's just this world right now is engineered to distract us. And this new moon in Scorpio is helping us get to this sacred recalibration. The star here is hope, it's divine timing, it's spiritual alignment, it's creative rebirth, it's deep soul healing, reconnection with purpose, and purification. And it says, do the shedding, trust the emptiness. On the other side is your calling. The star is our guide saying, we're here, we're leading you, just keep following the glimmer. And that's why we really need to pay attention to those dreams, those nudges, those signs that are helping guide us, because they're giving us the confidence that we are moving in the right direction. So, woof, this was a message for myself, a good message for you guys, hopefully. I'm so excited for what this new moon is going to bring out. This is one where, yes, set intentions if you want, but again, this is really an excavation time and a time to shed and release yourself. So I'm so excited to hear how this new moon impacts you, what happens for you, and just know I'm, right next to you, doing this work together. And I'm really just so excited for this deeper alignment for you, for me, for all of us. So until next time.